1,105. That's the amount of all PS1 games documented to this day, but numbers don't tell the whole story. Buried deep within this pile of lost tales, tonight we crack open the dusty corners of the PS1 library. Before we jump in, a quick heads up. I wanted to briefly mention the Discord server I've set up to help you guys share your finds and video ideas with me. So if that's something you're interested in, don't let this chance get away. And subscribe for similar stuff in the future. Many of you may recall the PS1 era's demo discs, bundled with magazines. These discs offered a treasure trove of bite-sized experiences, enticing players with glimpses of potential favorites. Today we delve into one such forgotten gem, Kuroshi, also known as Intelligent Cube. Emerging from the demo disc shadows, Kuroshi presents a unique puzzle experience. While details remain scarce, the game's title, Kuroshi, translating to suffering in Japanese, hints at a potential challenging, even agonizing gameplay loop. As we delve into the game, we're met with a straightforward interface, accompanied by unsettling sound effects. 4 options confront us: single-player mode, 2-player mode, rules, and options. Eager to understand the game mechanics, we naturally select the rules option. The game then explains how to play. In the game, the player controls a character who must run around the platform made of cubes, clearing certain cubes as they approach. Cubes are cleared by marking a spot on the stage, waiting for the cube to roll on top of it, and then deactivating the marked spot. The cubes in this game come in 3 types. Normal cubes, these are usually gray, depending on the stage you're on, and need to be cleared. Advantage cubes, they're green and also need to be cleared. When you clear one, it marks its spot with a green square. You can then use this square to clear a 3x3 area around it in one move. You'll often need to clear several green cubes in a row, and the game's puzzles are designed around using them strategically. Forbidden cubes, these are black and should be left alone. If you clear one, you lose a roll off the stage, making it impossible to get the perfect score for that round. In the first game, clearing a forbidden cube also removes the red marks from the score. You can mark forbidden cubes with green squares, but don't clear them. After completing or failing the game, it assesses your IQ based on your score. This all sounds like a cool game concept, but the factor that perhaps disturbed me was the silence with the accompanying sound effects. The game was supposed to have music, but for some reason the demo version did not, which added to the overall eeriness of the game. In February 1987, a new game developer emerged, Epic's Kabushiki Gaisha from Japan. Their debut project, Intelligent Cube, stood out from typical colorful puzzle games designed by Masahiko Sato, a professor at Tokyo University of the Arts. IQ impressed critics and players alike. It achieved commercial success and even won the Excellence Award for the Interactive Art at the 1997 Japan Media Arts Festival.
Onomatopoeia. O-N-O. M-A-T-O-P-O-E-I-A.
Think you're really smart? Then try Intelligent Cube, the painfully tough new brain twister. Get ready to think. Or die.
PlayStation.
Despite IQ being well received, Epic's Kabushiki Gaisha remains mysterious. Did they have other unreleased projects? Did the studio disappear as quickly as it appeared? Countless games like this one exist, lost to time before they even reached release. These forgotten titles are buried in the cold graveyards of demo discs, which I can't go through alone. That's why I've created a Discord server, a place for a community to unearth these hidden gems and share your discoveries with each other. LSD Dream Emulator. This 1998 exploration game, birthed from the mind of the Japanese multimedia artist Osamu Sato, is a journey into the surreal, the bizarre, and the hauntingly beautiful. Sato, a pioneer in using game platforms as canvases for contemporary art, envisioned LSD not as a mere game, but as a portal to the subconscious, drawing inspiration from a decade-long dream diary kept by an Asmic Ace employee. Sato crafted a world where reality blurs and boundaries dissolve. There is no grand narrative, no boss battles, no ending credits. Instead, you exist in a state of perpetual slumber, drifting from one unsettling dreamscape to another. Each day you wake up in a new location, a grassy landscape with floating fish, a bustling cityscape populated by faceless businessmen, or a beach eerily devoid of sound. The environments are a mishmash of familiar and unsettling, everyday objects twisted into grotesque parodies. The only interaction you have with this bizarre world is through movement and touch. Bumping into objects or wandering into a specific location triggers a transition to another dreamscape. There is no real goal, no way to win, just exploration, a slow descent into the illogical and unsettling. Here's where things get even weirder. Every 10 minutes in this dream world translates to one day in the real world, simulated by the game's calendar. Occasionally, upon waking, you'll encounter a short, cryptic message explaining why you woke up prematurely. These messages, often nonsensical, offer a glimpse into the fragmented dreams of the person who inspired the game. One of such messages would be catching a frog. The street is a deep river. The water came up to my chest. I find a small frog and try to catch it. I'm squeezing its soft body, but the disgusting feeling woke me up. The 9th floor of the apartment. In the past, an old lady used to live near the Japanese-style room. She was half insane. She was saying all kinds of bad things. Even if I asked her something, it was like she couldn't hear anything. The music, too, adds to the disorientation. Forget catchy tunes or epic orchestral scores. LSD Dream Emulator's soundtrack is a cacophony of unsettling soundscapes and glitch-ridden samples, mirroring the chaos of a dream state. LSD Dream Emulator remains Sato's most well-known work, but it wasn't his last. Since then, he's continued to create experimental music and visual art, even revisiting LSD with a remastered version titled LSD Revamped in 2018. This isn't a game for everyone. It's an experience into the bizarre corners of the human mind. There are no answers, no clear objectives, just the unsettling question: what lurks in the depths of your own dreams? The neon lights of Tokyo blur past the grimy window. Below the city's glittering facade lies a labyrinthine network of tunnels and forgotten spaces. We, an ordinary citizen, board the late-night train, oblivious to the nightmare that awaits. A sudden bone-chilling shriek pierces the air. The train jolts violently, screams erupt in the darkness. We emerge from the wreckage, disoriented and alone. The once familiar tunnel is plunged into an unnatural gloom, the air humming with a malevolent energy. The maintenance room, a sterile, concrete chamber devoid of comfort. It's still coming. Isn't there any way to get away from it?
What are you standing around for? We've got to hurry.
We get 3 options to choose from: machinery, crowbar, and the floorboard. We pick up the crowbar and examine the machinery first. A glimmer of hope, a compass, a potential guide in this oppressive darkness. We pry open the floorboards with the crowbar and start our descent. What's that smell? We must be in a sewer or something. If we could just find some stairs or something to get back to the surface.
My name's Naomi Sugiura. I was out with some friends and we lost track of time, and then this happened. I don't know. It's like something out of a nightmare, you know? None of it seems real, like it shouldn't be happening.
We've got to find a way back to the surface. With each step, the air grows heavier, the silence broken only by the dripping of unseen water. The darkness holds secrets, and the first encounter lurks just beyond the reach of their flickering hope. We go the same way back we came from, and find a door slightly open. Maybe if we hide in here, it won't find us. Let's just hope this works. Did it find us? Hope dwindles. The sewer passage stretches on endlessly, offering no alternative route. Trapped, we must face the horrifying reality. Our only path forward leads directly back to the place where the monstrous entity lurked. The escape from the cramped container offered a momentary reprieve. A heavy garage door stood guard, yielding only after the flick of a nearby switch. Beyond, another dank tunnel stretched into the unknown. Its path abruptly cut short by a live electrical wire dangling precariously into the fetid water. A jolt of electricity shoots through us as we attempt to pass, forcing us back, desperately searching for an alternative route through this oppressive maze. A doorway, potentially leading us a step closer to escape. A stroke of fortune. A key, the answer to the metal barrier's challenge. Suddenly, a glimmer of progress. A sturdy door, barring our way. I can hear a low humming sound as if the generator is running nearby somewhere.
Maybe we can shut off the power from in here. I bet there's a switch or something around here somewhere.
Pulling the switch, we can hear some kind of impact in the distance, and the game states that the power is now off. Frustration mounts as we bypass the sparking electrical wire. The path ahead seems blocked by a chaotic mass of rubble and collapsed tunnel. A sliver of hope emerges. A narrow gap, barely wide enough for a human to squeeze through. What's happening? What was that sound? It sounded like an explosion.
Ooh, what was that? An invasion? It sounded like somebody dropped some kind of a bomb. But if that's true, who is attacking and where?
Don't do that! You scared me half to death, jumping out at us like that.
The cramped Tokyo mesh tunnels, specifically the southwest sector of the first floor, offer no solace. Another monstrous entity emerges from the shadows. Sergeant Okabe throws a wrench in our escape plans. He thrusts a supposedly top-secret document passed down from General Yamada himself into our hand, insisting it stays out of enemy grasp. Unfortunately, his rambling life story slows our progress down to a crawl. Pushing on, we navigate a maze of residential areas and various rooms. A lone point of interest emerges, a shady sewer mole offering suspiciously good deals on bartered items. Entrusting Sergeant Okabe's precious document to this creature seems unthinkable. Double doors creak open, revealing a room bustling with activity. One resident, Tsunoda, spins a tale of a ghost and missing documents. In a moment of questionable judgment, we hand over Sergeant Okabe's prized possession. Tsunoda, surprisingly appeased, offers a mechanized gate key in return, unlocking a previously inaccessible path. The year is 1988. Hair is big, neon is king, and the Commodore Amiga is the cutting-edge home computer. But amidst the side-scrolling platformers, a colorful shoot-em-ups, a different kind of game emerged. A game that dared to delve into the unsettling corners of the human mind. Weird Dreams. Weird Dreams wasn't your typical Amiga fare. It wasn't about conquering alien hordes or collecting pixelated coins. It was a surreal, cinematic platformer where you, the player, navigated the twisted landscapes of your own subconscious. A sterile light bathes the operating room. Above us, a team of surgeons huddle, their faces obscured by masks. As the anesthetic takes hold, the room begins to blur, your consciousness slipping into the swirling vortex of your own subconscious. As the game opens, we find our main character trapped inside a giant candy floss, or cotton candy machine. Pink fluff swirls around, punctuated by occasional unsettling flecks that resembles blood cells. These flecks cling onto the character's body as they leap onto a strand of candy floss that stretches impossibly upwards. The scene shifts, revealing a twisted theme park around us. The candy floss machine, from the beginning, now makes sense. A monstrous wasp buzzes closer, drawn to the unsettling flecks clinging to our character. Quickly place the particles to the ground for the wasp, who greedily devours them before depositing a mysterious round object to the ground. With a desperate swat, we use a fly swatter to knock the wasp away. We press onward, venturing into a nightmarish garden teeming with aggressive plants. We grab a nearby stick and engage in a frantic battle, desperately clearing a path towards the next scene. A young girl appears, bouncing a seemingly innocent ball. But on closer inspection, the ball reveals a gaping maw lined with sharp teeth. In progress, we must engage in a bizarre game of catch. However, the girl holds a sinister secret. As she throws the ball, she inches closer, a glint of a knife flashing in her hand. Thankfully, her pattern is predictable. We can exploit these moments of distraction, hurling the ball back, and we stumble upon a piano. A jester-like figure on the piano plays a bizarre melody using his teeth. We must carefully navigate the room, avoiding the tiles that depress as he hammers the key. With a sigh of relief, we bypass the hazard, only to face a new challenge. A woman dancing wildly, her swollen form threatening to crush us. Timing is crucial here. We must dodge her flailing limbs to progress. Just when we think we've reached a moment of respite, the jester reappears, launching into another teeth piano concerto. Having conquered these twisted challenges, we arrive at a fish tank teeming with a menacing electric eel. With a moment of daring, we snatch the eel as it lunges from its watery prison. Feeling empowered, we step into a whirling tube, propelled back upwards towards the monstrous wasp. This time, we're ready to finally finish this creature. Our journey takes an unexpected turn as we're whisked away to a surreal desert. Strange flying fish skim the skies. With a deft maneuver and impeccable timing, we snag one from the air. This seemingly harmless act triggers the appearance of grotesque humanoid frog creatures. After battling through a horde of these abominations, we face a particularly unsettling foe, a creature with only 2 feet and a single bulbous head. Victorious, once more, we reach a towering statue. With a resolute blow, we shatter it, revealing the same mysterious object the monstrous bee carried earlier. Suddenly, the seemingly innocuous ball from the previous stage leaps from our inventory and unfurls before us, creating a temporary path. But this short-lived break comes at a cost. We find ourselves trapped in a shadowy hallway, teeming with bats. Our next adversary, a surprisingly aggressive cooked chicken. With a mix of acrobatics and desperation, we swing from lamp to lamp, narrowly avoiding the fowl's attacks. Finally breaking free, we face two ominous doors, flanking a grandfather clock, revealing another of the enigmatic objects. Intuition guiding our steps, we choose the left door. A blinding flash later, we're back in the surreal desert, but this time, a monstrous brain pulsates in the center, surrounded by its smaller flying brethren. After a final climactic battle, the world dissolves around us, depositing us back in the sterile confines of a hospital bed. So what was that all about? Deep metaphor or just plain weird? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. For those who enjoyed this delve into the unconventional, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more explorations of fascinating and unusual games. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Until we meet again in the digital void.